If I could get people, am I ready to go? If I could, let's see, where is it on the side, sweetie?
We're going to switch over to a different mic.
Check, check, check. Okay, you're not muted.
Well, I took it all the way out and put it back on. It wasn't on mute, testing again.
If I could get everyone to move in, if there's empty seats by you, if we could pull towards the middle to make sure that we have room for individuals who would like to sit down, and we'll go ahead and get started as quickly as possible. There are some seats on this side if anyone would like to move in and have a seat. We're more than willing to give that extra time for you to get into places. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Oh my goodness, what a glorious, glorious morning this has been. You are right. And to sit here in the shade, totally covered, in the Sam and Diane Stewart Family Foundation Plaza, wasn't this a great idea? Having this day is remarkable. My name is Shauna Bandini, and I have the profound pleasure of serving as the Dean of the College of Performing and Visual Arts here at Southern Utah University. And it is my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you and all of our wonderful friends to the dedication of the Southern Utah Museum of Art, known affectionately as SUMA. During our opening ceremonies, we learned of the number of dignitaries and the wonderful donors who have given to this project. And I'm so honored that they have chosen to join us as well. Thank you. Also, I would like to thank so many of the wonderful people that have worked so diligently to put this day together. What a glorious, glorious day. Many of you are aware that the foundation, the center of this museum, is the work of Jimmy Jones, Southern Utah's native son, who has become the premier artist of Southern Utah. He was inspired by museums, and he stated that the most supreme accomplishment of mankind are in museums. He knew the power of a museum to create inspiration and to inspire young children all the way up to adults. And the idea that he could inspire children that were as entertained with a pencil and paper as he was as a small child. These are all pictures of students involved and engaged in the Braithwaite Fine Arts Gallery that was across the street in the center of campus that no one could find. But these students came into this space and they engaged, they learned. So to mesh Jimmy's vision along with Beverly Taylor Sorenson's Center for the Arts vision as an opportunity to be a springboard for children's inspiration, what a wonderful, wonderful day. Jimmy, in the very beginning of this project, just months before his death, wrote a letter. He wrote a letter of introduction and invitation to each and every one of us to join him in the vision of the Southern Utah Museum of Art. In revisiting this letter, I realized really how important it is to share it with you right now, to share with you Jimmy's words. He wrote, "Dear friends, I invite you to join me in the creation of something exceptional and enduring, something that will be a legacy for you and me to all who live in or visit this extraordinary region. I propose to give all that I have to the building of Southern Utah Museum of Art. I have a home, paintings, and work by artists I have known and loved over the years. These, I propose, will be the seed from which, with your help, this project will grow. The building must be big and it must be beautiful. It will be a landmark in the city. It will be a magnet for collections, for students, and for all who love the visual arts. It will be a heritage for the people of Cedar City and far beyond. The perfect, stunning location is on the corner of 300 West University Boulevard in Cedar City, where it will complement and enhance Southern Utah University and the Utah Shakespeare Festival. This confluence of arts will make this the address in Cedar City. By working together, this challenging and worthy goal can and will be accomplished. Jimmy Jones. Well, it was accomplished. Thanks to your work. Thanks to his vision. Jimmy gave us many, many gifts, and the storyteller of those gifts are my wonderful colleague, Reese Summers. I'm going to have Reese come up and share with you that story, followed by our wonderful, wonderful Donna Law. Donna Law has been my sidekick from the very, very beginning of this project, through the fundraising, through the ups, through the downs, through all of the roller coaster rides that you go in the project this immense. So Donna will follow after Reese. Following after Donna will be a woman, Joanne Bratton, who is the epitome of what it means to be a volunteer. She is the chair of SUMA's advisory board and completely dedicated to the future of this museum. So Reese, if you could start us off, please.
I've been associated with university museums and galleries for 30 years. I actually got into it because of the white gloves. Yeah. This is a gift that came to Jimmy, that when I first saw it, I asked him if I could have it for the museum, and let me get it out. Of us, certain generation, you may recall these Melmac plates. I remember these, and I can still hear the sound of this bouncing off of our kitchen floor as my younger brother tossed it from the high chair. I first met Jimmy when I called and asked if I could come up and talk to him about a retrospective over the body of work, over his career as an artist. And he said, sure, come on up. I came to the front door. The front door of his home had a big picture window, and he was in the studio painting. He used a Melmac plate for the palette that he mixed his paints on and applied. So I came back home, and after visiting about retrospective, he was going to choose those works of art which were important to his career, tell me who owned them, and then I would make arrangements to borrow them. We would open this exhibit October 2009. About 2 weeks after this, he called and said, come back up. I just completed a painting. I want to add this one new painting to the retrospective, and then the rest of the retrospective. I went up, the Melmac plate with the paints he was painting off of it. This is the plate. Came back home, beautiful work of art. About 3 weeks passed, and he called again and said, I've just completed another painting, come up and look. I want to add 2 new paintings to my retrospective. We continued this process for about 2 months, and he called and said, come back up. I want to make this all new paintings. I want to give them to the university. This is my life's thesis. I'm doing the best work of my life. I knew Jim's health was failing about that time, but I didn't know how rapidly it was declining. So over the course of the several months, those paintings were produced. He was working for sometimes 4 at a time. We opened the exhibit of what was now an all-new body of work, not a retrospective of Jimmy's work, in October 2009. Wonderfully received. Jim was in such poor health he wasn't able to come down. We took pictures, video, sent it up to him. It closed in December. I had the bittersweet, wonderful blessing of being a pallbearer at his funeral the day it closed. I had asked him if I could have this as part of the collection as a representative of the process of creating these beautiful works of art. When we went into inventory the home, the works that would come into the museum, those things that Jimmy had gifted to the museum, on his tabouret, he had left this. So folks will ask me, which is the last painting of these 15 paintings? And I can't tell you which is the last, because he was painting sometimes 4 at a time. But I can tell you that he left the palette of the last painting. On his tabouret said the paints of the last painting along with the brush. I'm very privileged to be the caretaker for this short period of time of Jimmy's life's thesis, and I am very proud to be part of this process.
Oh, when I was trying to go to sleep last night, the only thing I could liken my experience is that the next day was going to be Christmas. Today feels like Christmas for me, and I'm so glad that you're all here to help unwrap this beautiful package that we've been working on for so long. We've heard a lot today about Beverly and her vision. We've heard a lot today about Jim and his vision. And it has been my privilege for the last 7 years to be able to take that story and that vision into the homes of hundreds of people. Many of you, I look out here, you've let me into your home, you've let me into your office, even though you knew I was a fundraiser coming to ask for support of a vision. The most important thing that can happen when a vision happens is that you can find those first followers, those who can first catch the vision of what's going to happen. I remember, thanks to Carrie Trenholm, who, thank you for your story this morning, Carrie took me into Beverly's home, and we had soup and sandwich for lunch around that beautiful kitchen table. And this project was the first that caught Beverly's vision. And when you go inside the museum, you'll notice that the education suite, the space dedicated to children and to learning, is named the Beverly Taylor Sorenson Education Suite. So this started kind of that passion, and this was all before the two projects combined into the overall center. Another very special woman, also a visionary, also an inspiration. We called her Miss Maud. Miss Maud moved into Cedar City, actually Canaryville, Iron County, moved into Cedar City about 2 weeks before we launched this project on October 10th in 2009. And she and Keith Mason came to this dinner, not for sure why they were there, but Miss Maud believes in education, believes in art and how it changes lives. She herself was an assemblage artist that exhibited at the World's Fair. She wanted to make a difference in this town, and every time we hit one of those tricky spots that Shauna referenced, Miss Maud and Keith helped us get over those humps to help make this beautiful space happen. One of the things that was very precious to Miss Maud, and you'll see this when you go into the museum, is the collection and conservation suite, a big window where the children of all ages, get a chance to see what happens behind the scenes in an art museum. There are so many people to thank. When you go in the museum, look back to the door, and above the door, the list of donors. Again, scores of you I can see in this room. I can thank you for letting me in, for helping to make this beautiful package happen. We're grateful for the students of Southern Utah University who dedicated a student fee to help with the operations and maintenance of this. The Iron County Commission, this went through, big truck. This went through several commissioners, but through the constancy of Maria Twitchell and the Cedar City Bryan Head Tourism Office, we have some tax funding that helps support this building as well. We're very grateful for that. On behalf of the students who will benefit from this teaching museum, from the community that will benefit from the economic impact and the beauty that President Wyatt spoke so beautifully about, and the visitors who will come again and again, Maria Twitchell, this should make you very happy, again and again to spend time with us. I thank you for your part in bringing this beautiful package that will be opened today. You here today and all those who've given are benefiting lives for decades and years to come. So thank you for following those early visionaries, and please come back often to explore with us the art here in our beautiful Southern Utah Museum of Art.
Next speaker is Joanne Brett. Wow, what a day. Since my husband and I moved here 12 years ago, I've been continually amazed and pleased about the support our community provides for projects in which they believe. There are several groups. There are several groups in our community who've made a significant contribution to SUMA. The Friends of SUMA, formerly the Friends of the Braithwaite, used their annual art auction
to raise money to keep the visual arts alive in Cedar City. For over 30 years, their donations brought exhibits such as the Jubilee baskets and the National Geographic portraits here. And most recently, through their work, they donated $100,000 to the construction of SUMA. Our local artists donated their art to that art auction, thereby enabling the Friends to make that donation, and we thank them as well. In 2009, when SUU decided to build SUMA, they formed a steering committee. This group, led by Cindy Line and Scott Anderson, were chartered with assisting the advancement department with the initial fundraising. The Community Engagement Committee, chaired by Diane Strawn and myself, focused on raising awareness in our community via SUMA art hikes, some of you may have gone on those, an art home tour, a studio tour, and children's art projects in which all the students in Iron County participated. Last year, the SUMA Advisory Board was created. Members are a combination of SUU personnel and community members. This working board, plus our group of 25 volunteers, some of whom are here today in their blue shirts, and assist Reese and his staff with the running of SUMA. Bottom line, all of these volunteers contributed a great deal to make SUMA a reality. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce to the podium our final speaker, Marvin Dodge. Marvin is our SUU representative of upper administration for the opening of SUMA, who is the vice president in charge of finance and administration. But more important in this project, he has been the tour de force in keeping the project moving forward and a complete spokesperson in making sure that this beautiful project has turned out as exquisitely as it has. So Marvin, if you can please come up and talk to us about the future of SUMA and its connection to Southern Utah University.
Thank you, Sean. What a wonderful day. And so many wonderful words have been spoken already. I don't know that I can add a whole lot, but let me just say this. When we look around this fabulous Beverly Center for the Arts, we stand under this beautiful roof and enjoy the shade as we look at this incredible Southern Utah Museum of Art. We have to ask ourselves the question, why? Why? Why do we have hundreds and thousands of people who are willing to donate funds to build a structure like this? Why do we spend months and years, in fact, as contractors, putting pieces of concrete and steel and glass together to create this incredibly beautiful place? A place that will be visited by hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands over the coming years. The question, why, can only be answered for the students and for passing on the generations yet unborn a love of the arts, a passion for the arts. And at SUU, we are grateful for the emphasis we place in experiential learning. And so one of the greatest things about SUMA and this incredible building is that forever after, it will be a laboratory for students who come to SUU to study the arts, and an opportunity for them to hone their skills, their creative talent and ability to create masterpieces that will bring joy and pleasure to all who see them or experience them in years to come. It is for this experience that SUMA, with very few paid staff people, will be run and managed largely by the students of Southern Utah University who are here in the arts programs and will have the opportunity at a very young age to get experience, to understand what it takes to run a facility such as this, to welcome young and old to enjoy and appreciate the arts. I believe there's an artist in all of us in some way, shape, or form. And under this wonderful roof and within the walls of this great building, forever after, we look forward to it being a place where we can showcase the exterior expression of inward thoughts and feelings and emotions, from happiness to sadness, from joy to pain, from grief and sorrow to the ecstasy and wonder of living in this great world, in this great place, and being able to put that on canvas, or in metal, or steel, or other art forms. We are grateful for all of you, for your efforts on behalf of those who will come through these doors, from young grade school students to college students who will have this wonderful opportunity to enjoy the beautiful arts of Jimmy Jones and Miss Maud, and to become their replacement as life and time progresses. For we will forever need artists who have honed their skills and who share with us this inner beauty and provide for us an opportunity to enjoy everything wonderful about the arts and to discover ourselves and discover those feelings and emotions within us that are so often moved by the expression of others. Thank you again for all of your support and help, and for being there to allow our students to have this phenomenal experience in their college careers. Thank you very much.
I invite to the ribbon, which is right in front of our door, Keith Mason, along with SUU students who work to design and mount the exhibitions that you're about to observe. All these students have worked to put these exhibits together. The students themselves will represent the heart of Miss Maud, her passion for all the visual arts, and how she dedicated her life to beauty. Keith Mason and Miss Maud contributed the largest gift to the building of Southern Utah Museum of Art. I also invite all of our speakers to come forward and also stand by the ribbon cutting, if you could move over there as well. So Keith, if I can have you move up, as well as our students. Are you all over there? I can't see you. Are you there? Okay, good. Then I would like to, in advance, thank Dado Nazariza, who is one of our arts administration students, and he's from the country of Georgia. And he'll be providing the music, so he'll be part of the ribbon cutting, and then Dado's gonna walk over to our beautiful grand piano and begin playing. What a wonderful way to enter a beautiful museum. I invite you, once the ribbons have been cut and the doors are open, to come into our museum and make it a regular occurrence, because you'll see wonderful and glorious work. Thank you.